suppose what I have to say is important is it busting the myth of labels, the twin flames, or soulmates, or relationship journeys, or happily ever after. And one thing I've known about this journey all along is that we have to do something new, and we have to do something creative, and we have to do something that's for us. We don't have to fall into these traps of happily ever after and all those love stories that have been written in the past, because those are fairy tales, and those things never bore reality as far as I know. And it's time to change that happily ever after to one that we want, not what other people expect, or not how other people live their lives. So is this gone are the Romeo and Juliets of the world? Gone are the Shrek and Fiona? Gone are all these, are they gone? Well, I suppose in one dimension they become a reality, don't they? The third dimension, or the fourth dimension, because they're created in this reality in which we are right now. And we can see that they don't serve us. We can see that these happily ever afters are all in our hands. And how can they be dependent upon another person? How can the happily ever after be complete without ourselves being complete with who we are and living our lives in the way that we want to live our lives, and be living the life in the vibration that we deserve to be in, not in this realm where we're chained to a certain template or a certain mindset or a certain teaching about what it's all about. But you know what it's all about? It's about going out there and living it, isn't it? And you can follow the signs and synchronicities until you reach a point of you have to tell the truth. And the last few days I've done a lot of truth talking, and I've done that with my counterpart, I've done that with my children, I've done that with my friends, and I've connected with some very powerful energy here since I've been here in the last 48 hours, and I've done some major healing here and united some people that deserve to be here, and I've never been amongst a crowd of such awake people. Really, I had to rise to their level of vibration. It was phenomenal, and it's phenomenal, and they're all awake, and you know how powerful that is. And you know, I was given a tool to master for my journey around the world, or to Mauritius, or wherever I end up, to be honest, wherever I end up. And I'm beginning to master its capabilities, and I'm applying it to ways in which I feel it should be used for, and that's bringing in the etheric energies to the planet, into human beings, allowing them to feel the energy of all that is, and merging it with their consciousness and their mind and their body, their heart and their soul. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Sharing that mastery, and sharing that knowledge, and sharing that learning, because we're all teachers and students at the same time. So I reached a few conclusions over the last few days, and it's after feeling such love energy and such this tremendous feeling of Venus, this desire to share the love with the person I believe to be my twin soul, and the person that I love dearly and will always love. But I felt the urge, because of a load of signs and synchronicities and a load of thoughts and dreams and connections and connecting the dots, to get to the truth of the future. Who is on that journey with me? So I composed the most loving message that I've probably made in my life, and maybe one day I'll share it on my channel. I'm going to hold back on that for a little while, but I think one day it will be shared on my channel, because it was full of love, and it was an invitation to join me in the place where I've arrived and where she would be welcome, and to join the journey that I'm about to embark upon, which will begin in January, because after all she's a co-creator of it, because after all, if I hadn't have met her, this whole creation that is being created would not have been created, because without her, without her this would not be. So we got to the whole core of the co-creation bit, and it's like, come and join us as a co-creator, because you did co-create this. If it wasn't for you, this wouldn't have happened. But I've continued in earnest holding that love energy, and I would not be I will continue that journey. I'm not attached or obsessed with the label of or the connection. The connection will always remain. And I got such an ego response back it was like, wow. So I'm also helping some other people on their journey at the moment, and those energies are really prominent. It's either they're in a very, very low place or a super high place. And I'm in a super high place, but I'm also very, very balanced. So what I'm seeing in my counterpart is the complete opposite of me. And I accepted the rejection. I accepted the reference to a shark seeking new blood. I took that as a compliment, to be honest. It's a sign of my energies transformed into a not so pleasant way, which means it's the opposite that applies, which means my energies are powerful. And that's good when people are open to receiving it in a good way. But if people continue to hold labels and stigma and attach this illusion to something that was so beautiful and so pure, except for a few moments of egoism. And today, in the place where I belong, because I'm here, is thanks to people that I've connected with on my journey that I'm here. So without those, I would not be here today. So I'm grateful for every single person that's helped me on my journey. And I'm grateful for those that I've helped also, because I know my help is invaluable and will serve you eventually in one day, shape or form. You will choose the path because you know the path. And that path will guide you to peace, tranquility, balance, and vision. And a vision to live and desire to live with the vision. And if you have to leave behind all those aspects of soul contracts, if you say, no, fuck it, I'm here to make a difference and I'm not going to be attached to an old template or an old fucking stigma or an old label, a label that is being defined by who in the beginning. You're following your heart and soul. It's embedded in your DNA, the love that you feel and the love that you felt, past, present, and a love that you are going to feel in the future. So it's time to let go of those old templates. You've ascended that journey. You've gone through the twin soul journey. You've gone through the soulmate journey, and it's now time to live the journey that you came here to live in. That's one where you are in your full power, in your full element. And who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? But one thing is for sure, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be loving, and you're going to really thrive and enjoy the whole experience and feel it for what it is, because it's so beautiful and powerful. So yes, I've ascended those labels, I've ascended those stigmas and associations, because that's the mature thing to do. I live here now, and I'm going to go and live the best life that I can for the highest purpose of all mankind and achieve amazing things, and those that are part of it will also do the same, and that benefit will roll out across the world. And it's all based on love. So on that note, from the beautiful island of Ibiza, I wish you farewell, adieu, I love you all, I'm sending you love and light from Ibiza. Namaste.